Again, welcome. It's January 17th on a Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We definitely won't be long. We're definitely going to be strong. We're excited for tonight's call. Welcome everybody that has logged on. Go ahead and let people know as well. We're jumping on this webinar. We're going to start. We're very excited for tonight's guests. I hope you guys had a wonderful day and have been having a wonderful week. We got 2 more days to end out the week strong, and then we got the weekend coming up. So very exciting times right now in Evolution Travel. And, we're going to do a kind of a little twist today on what we're going to train on. And what we're doing here is, I'll give a couple things real quick of who this person is that you guys see. And then we'll bring on a couple people. We attended, this was my good friend from this is one of my good friends from growing up as I was in middle school, elementary school, middle school, and then all the way up until high school. And he has done phenomenal things, and our paths ended up crossing. As you guys know, me and Isla's been in network marketing for about a little over 5 years now. We started November 12th, 2000. November 16th, 2012. So 5 years in the game, and it's been a wonderful journey, ups and downs, and we embrace every single one of them, and we're just excited that you guys are on this journey with us. And we're gonna bring on a couple of people. He had a huge event last year. It was in Milpitas, and as you can see, he's trained with a lot of people. So many different people, and I want to unmute real quick. I'm gonna bring on a couple of people that were with us on this event. So I want to kind of carve out this part of time so we could let him come on and kind of share his story. And he's pretty awesome. There's a lot of stuff, and I'll talk a little bit more right before I bring him on. But I want to unmute someone real quick. Let me unmute. I see her right now. This lady, Mama Blanche, was with us there, and she attended with her husband. And I want to unmute her. Blanche has been to many, many events in her network marketing career. Definitely a veteran that's been around for a long time. So she's been to many, many personal development courses, a lot of conventions. Hey, Blanche, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
Awesome. I just wanted you to share maybe a couple words, and I knew you were with us at the event, and let the family know that who doesn't know Romeo, kind of what they could get, kind of following him on social media, and as well as coming to this event.
Hi, everybody. My name is Blanche Domino Bailey, and I attended Romeo's event last year, and it was amazing. I have been in this arena for a long time, so I've been to a lot of things. And what I wanted to say, attending a Romeo seminar brought back a lot of stuff that I had forgot, because these types of events is really, really, really mind-blowing. It's not just your regular seminar. It's not like your regular event. You go and you get deep down, dirty and personal with yourself, and with a lot of emotions that you have going on that's brought out during the course of the event. So a lot of stuff came up for me, and just like I said, I've been through something like this before, but on a larger scale, and it just helps you to realize and understand what life's about, and just look at things in a different way. And that's what I got out of this event. And if you did not go to this event last year, I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you would attend Romeo's event this year, because I know I will be there. And it just puts everything in proper perspectives. And for me, it catapults not only my business, but my life to another level, because these events are really awesome. Because let me just step back a minute, and I'm not going to be long. But I went to an event sort of like this, and it's called EST with Warner Earhart. And it was really, really, really intense. And it was so intense to, like, if you had some mental issues or if you had things going on, you couldn't take the course because it was just too much for you. And this was not on that scale, but a smaller scale. But it just brought home a lot of things that goes on with your business and your personal, to where it just brings it full circle. and then you kind of get a hold of everything. So kind of that's what it's for me. And if you're going this year, I'll see you there. Back to you, Derek.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Blanche.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. And I have someone else that I see on the line, and we're just going to run right through these family. Janae from the Bay, hello.
Hey y'all, how you doing?
Awesome, awesome. How are you?
I'm doing better than amazing, of course.
Great, great. Can you share with some of the family if they don't know Romeo, or what did you feel at that event last year, and are you ready for this next up and coming one?
Yes, definitely. Blanche couldn't have said it any better, to be quite honest with you. Everything that she said is on point. What I will add to that is I would just kind of elaborate on how worth it was for me. I think one of the things that stood out, the most, other than just my own personal self, the realization of my own personal, self, my issues that I had going on at the time, and it kind of brought forth, a new way for me to think about things, a new perspective on life and just how I deal with things, and how to not focus on negative so much, and it just kind of it brought out a lot of good positive energy for me. When I went last year, just to tell you how worth it was, I remember kind of it was a long week for me that week, and I had been working overtime like every day, 10 plus hours a day all week. And when Friday got here, I was like, oh, I do not want to go. Like, I was dreading it. I was dreading going. I just did not want to go. I was mad that I kind of was already committed to going, but I kind of drug myself there. But from the moment, I would say probably within the first half an hour, I was hooked. And me being tired had no effect on how much of an impact those 2 days were for me. It highly, highly, highly recommend you going. And no matter what you're going through in life, it'll be something that will, kind of just help you get a better look on things, a better outlook on just how you view, just how you view things in general. Like I said, I don't want to repeat more of what Brant said. She was on point, but yes, if you did not go, you need to make it happen this year. You really, really, truly do. No matter where you think you are in your life, no matter how good you think your life is going, you will find something and you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I didn't even know I needed to improve on that. Or I didn't even know I needed to look at it that way. You got to go. Really, you really, truly have to go. And even just, I don't know, even just the bonds that people made with each other just on those 16 hours total that we were all there. I don't remember how long it was. Actually, I don't think it was quite that long. But yeah, it was great. It really was. It really truly was. Go. This year you have to go, really.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Janae.
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. We're climbing up 35 people. I'm so excited because we know that all of you guys were able to log on where he's going to be doing a special training tonight. And let me see. I got one more person. Okay, let me check if okay, I got one more person that attended last year. And she actually flew all the way from DC. And I'll let her share, her little her experience. Hold on one second. Andrea, are you there? Hello, Andrea.
Hello?
There you go. Got you.
You can hear me?
Yes, loud and
Okay.
clear. How are you?
Awesome. Awesome. I'm great.
Awesome.
I think after hearing Romeo speak last year, he came on as one of your guests. I don't know, something came over me. I don't know what he said, but before I knew it, I had booked the ticket and I was on my way to California. And that experience, that 2 days, I think it was, that we were able to bond and talk and learn and listen, it was like a complete weight lifted off of my shoulders. My mindset completely changed just from listening to the speakers that not only Romeo, but from the speakers that he had to come to talk to us. And when I was there, I hadn't even ranked in a company. I was not really doing much with my business. I think at that point, I decided that I was going to start doing something. And within literally 5 months, I became sober. And it's because of the things that I learned from this training, but just from being able to get over my fear of trying to be successful, not even trying, of being successful. And one of the speakers that really, did something that, well, impacted my mind, what I thought about a lot of the things that I do in my life was Sean Smith, and how he talked about peeling the layers in our life, and just the examples that he used, and just learning from everyone that came in, everything that we did from the moment I got there to the moment I left. It was worth me flying out to be part of this workshop. So I highly, highly, like everyone else, recommend and suggest. And it should be like 1 million people going. It should be like one of the events, the Network Marketing Pro events. That many people, and I see it happening.
It will be. Yep, absolutely.
I see it totally happening.
Awesome. Thank you, Andrea. So, everyone that's logged on, we're climbing up. Thank you so much, Andrea, for jumping on. We appreciate you. So let's just bring them on. Again, this is my good friend Romeo Marquez. He's going to be doing a special training for all of you guys logged on today. Please get a piece of paper, a notebook if possible, a pen or a pencil or a 3.0 lead, whatever you write with, something that you can write with. This is my good friend, super sought after international speaker, #1 Amazon best-selling author of Success Messages and master trainer of Jack Canfield's Success Principles. He's delivered more than 1,000 presentations to over 500,000 people in audience across the United States. That's why I follow this guy, because I definitely want to be doing that all over the world, Canada, Asia, Europe. Helps many entrepreneurs, and they become CEOs, achieve extraordinary results. Also has a TED Talk on YouTube. Check that out after this as well. Did that in the stage in India, sharing with stage with Kevin Harrington, that guy from Shark Tank. Okay, you guys have heard of Shark Tank before. To working with notable names such as Black Eyed Peas, Dwayne Rock, The Rock Johnson, and Jim Carrey. Romeo's mission is to help people maximize their potential so that they live a life with purpose and passion. Ooh, that one's good. That was really good. Okay, let's bring them on. Get your pens and paper, Mr. Romeo. How are you doing, sir, this evening?
Hello. Thank you for having me. I am feeling great, excited, empowered, grateful for Blanche and Danae and Andrea sharing about their experience, because that in itself lights me up, and it just made me think about that. Yes, I'm doing the training and I'm putting it together, but it was great to hear about people coming together, that bonding, that connecting, and it all comes from authenticity and love and learning from other speakers. And today I just want to give you as much value as possible. Hopefully you can make it to the event. If not, it's all good. That's why we're here today, so we can serve your greatness to new levels in 2018, because it's time, y'all.
See what I mean? Okay, we're done. That's it. We're done. That's it. All right, go ahead, Romeo. The floor is yours, man.
All right, thank you so much for having me. There's a quote that I think about when I show up to events like this, and especially when people show up to events like this, events meaning like webinars or live trainings. And it's a quote by Mary Kay Ash, and she says, there are 3 types of people in this world. There are those who watch things happen, there are those who make things happen, and there are those who wonder what happened, right? And I know this is a group that makes things happen, because otherwise you wouldn't be here right now. And, Janae, I appreciate how you brought up, not really wanting to go because it was a difficult week or you spent a lot of hours working, but despite circumstances, you showed up. And one of the best pieces of advice that I've learned throughout personal development is, you won't know if you don't go. Oh, this, as a reminder, like Derek said, take some notes, because sometimes I'll just say some stuff, and if you ask me what I said, I'll be like, I have no idea, because I just let God do his thing through me to serve all of you, because we're all servants in some shape or form. Yes, value, and then towards the end, I want to give you an opportunity to ask any questions. But for the most part, the theme of this is like having your best year yet, elevating your greatness to new levels. And there are going to be a few things to think about, things to possibly do after this call, some writing exercises or whatnot. But for the most part, it's really about just kind of like how Andrea was saying, she learned all this stuff, but she went into action, right? Action is key, like doing it now, because when you do it now, you have new opportunities waiting. That's what NOW stands for, new opportunities waiting. And so, I want you to think about right now, if you haven't done this already, to think about, what took place in 2017. Was it a year of, greatness? Was it a year of transition? Was it a year of loss? Was it a year of mediocrity? I don't know. What is it for you? Because I think in order for us to move forward, we need to take a bird's eye view to see what is or what has taken place. And there are a lot of reflection questions you can ask yourself, but the simple three are: what worked in 2017? What didn't work in 2017? And what's going to be different in 2018? And this is something you can do when, I think a great time, or two great times, it depends if you're, a morning person or night person, taking the time to do it in the morning, because that's where your mind is clear, or it could be a time to just kind of detach and just slow down the mind and really reflect, because your reflective thinking is what helps a lot of successful people do what they do, because they take time to actually think. We're so caught up in social media or the craziness of life that we forget to step back and think. So those are three questions you can ask. What worked in 2017? What didn't work in 2017? And what's going to be different in 2018? Bam. All right, that's one little thing. Now, one other thing I want you to think about is a word for 2018. Actually, I want you to think of 3 words for 2018. What are 3 words you want to live out? Is it bold? Is it fearless? Is it faith? Is it enthusiasm? Is it courage? Is it go big? Whatever it is for you. For me, it's these 3 words are what's present for me for this year. I've taken a lot in 2018 or 2017. There was a lot going on. So one of the words that really resonates for me in 2018 is simplicity. I have all these things on my to-do list, and I'm taking all these projects, but a lot of it doesn't get done because I'm overworking myself. And so simplicity is key. Expansion of my circle of influence, expansion of my greatness, expansion of my health, my faith. So that's another key word for me. And I've used this word in other years, but it's what's present for me right now for this year, and it's commitment. Somebody, I went to a training, I think it was the beginning of last year, and he said, if you do everything you say you're going to do, you will be successful. And that really hit home. If you do everything you say you're going to do, you will be successful. So think about those 3 words. What are those 3 words for you? In fact, if some words, I forgot that we had a chat box. If you feel called to share some of those words you want to live out, write those in. Those words might inspire people, or it could be some of the words that you're kind of toying with. Just write it in the chat box. Another thing that I talk about when it comes to setting a successful year for yourself is choosing a theme. Some people focus on the 3 words. Some people say, forget the 3 words. I just want to live off a theme. You know how people go, they have a theme song, or they have just a theme for there's a theme for every movie or whatnot. But what is a theme for your life in 2018? Basically, what I'm saying is you're setting the intention, because when you set the intention, now you're going to attract the different opportunities, and your mind's going to focus on that specific theme. And so a theme might be for you like, no more playing small. Do it now. Go big or go home. Stop being average. Stop procrastinating and move forward. Whatever it is for you, I just want you to think about a theme. All right, so what's important, obviously, when it comes to 2018 is setting goals. But I think it's more than just setting goals. I know a lot of us know the importance of setting goals, but there are key things when it comes to setting goals. And when you set goals, specific goals, it allows for clarity in your mind, and it allows you to be more clear in the decisions you make on a daily to moving forward with your health, your business, your finances, or whatever the case may be. There are 7 areas that Jack Canfield talks about. As Derek mentioned, I'm a master trainer of Jack Canfield's Success Principles. And so a lot of the things that I share with you come from Jack Canfield's work. And the reason why I love Jack Canfield is because he comes from a heart space. It doesn't come from like, oh, let me motivate you so you can be better. But it comes from a place that he really genuinely wants to help you. And obviously there are other mentors that I've had in the past, like Wayne Dyer, and, Tony Robbins, been to his trainings or whatnot, but the person I most resonated with is Jack Canfield. And so I connect with him from time to time. And one of the things he talks about is the 7 areas of your life when it comes to goal setting. All right, so let me just kind of list down the 7 areas with you. So first area is your financial goals, finance. So that's one. Your career or business goals, your free time, family time, that's the third one. Your health goals, your relationship goals, your personal growth goals, and you're making a difference. I'll repeat those just in case I was going a little bit too fast for you guys. So again, number 1 is finance. Number 2, business. 3 is family time / free time. And then health goals, relationships, personal growth, and making a difference. And so under those categories, you could take, a sheet of paper and just, categorize those, right? And underneath each of those, identify at least 3 goals for each. Could it be more? Of course. Could it be 5? Sure. These are your goals. It's your life. It's however you want to play. With that said, I don't want you to overwhelm yourself with all these things that you have accomplished. Now you're going to feel overwhelmed, and therefore it's going to prevent you from moving forward. But so for right now, just like choose 3. And again, this is an activity exercise you can either do while we're talking right now, or something you could do tomorrow morning or immediately after. And so when you list these 3, be sure to add a date. We know that there's goal setting. I want to be successful. Okay, cool. In what? In my business. Okay, what does success look like in your business? I want to reach a specific position level within the business, whether it be silver or platinum, whatever it is. Cool. Excellent. Now let's put a date. By July 1st, by April 1st, I don't know. By putting a date, what that does is it allows you to kind of look at your calendar and see what needs to happen between that date and now so that you can achieve that goal. I could go deeper into this, but I don't want to overextend myself and overwhelm you guys. So, an example is I want to make $10,000 a month by September 1st. That's a finance goal. I want to get out of debt by July 1st, right? I want to, purchase a home by December 31st, 2018, whatever the case is. And then with your career business, as I mentioned, it's the positions, if it's like management, if it's sell a certain amount of product, is it a certain amount of people you want to bring into your business? And then family time, is it taking vacations? Is it doing a personal thing where you want to take a specific class? Health goals, you could go into like how many pounds you want to weigh, to like for me, I want to run 4 races in 2018. I put that as my goal last year, but I only did 2, but now I want to be more intentional. So I already like booked the races ahead of time. So again, that creates accountability. It might be like another health goal that I have is going vegan for 30 days. Huge stretch for me outside my comfort zone. But like Jack Canfield says, everything you want in life is just on the other side of your comfort zone. Relationship goals. Now that could deal with your significant other. It could deal with friends. It could be with your nephews, your grandkids, whatever it is for you. Everybody has different goals, but an example of that is I want to have dinner with my parents at least once a month because I'm traveling all the time and I value family so much and I care about my parents. And I could go deeper into it, but I won't. But in short, I just don't know how many years or days they have left to live because I know they're getting older. So I want to make sure I maximize the time with them. Another relationship goal that I have is going on 4 date nights with my wife. And that could be going out to dinner, it could be going to the movie, or it could just be staying home and doing the whole Netflix and chill. You know what I'm saying? No, but just, watching a movie or baking a vegan cake together. And then personal growth goals, like for that, it's really expanding your education in business, in life. For me, I want to read 50 books by the end of the year, which means I have to read, give or take, 4 or 5 books a month. And I'm into my 3rd book already. And again, what that does is numbers like help quantify, and therefore it makes more sense to the brain rather than going, I want to read more books, right? For you, may not be 50. That's like, I can't even get through one. I haven't read a book in a long time. Mind you, there's audio books. So you might get through an audio book in 1 month, or it might be read 2 books in 1 year, whatever it is for you. Another personal growth one is I want to attend 4 live events and 4 online trainings to help my business grow. And then the last one is making a difference. While we're doing our work, while we're serving ourselves and our community and the people around us, I think it's important to, make that difference, whether it be tithing, whether it be helping out at a nonprofit or donating to a charity. I don't know what it is for you, but again, it's keeping it simple, right? Doing things that make sense for you and your mission in life, right? So those are the 7 areas. Write that down, use that as a guide. And then obviously there's a plan. And when you go through the plan, list down the steps, and then go to people like Derek or your other fellow business partners and see how they can support you, help you, hold you accountable, because accountability in itself is powerful. And then there's a thing called the breakthrough goal. Now, Jack talks about doing something that's just beyond your thinking, that you just don't know how it's going to happen, but you would like for it to happen. One of them for me was, I wrote down, I want to work with Jim Carrey. I did that back in when I first read Jack Canfield's book, and that was back in 2006 or something like that. And I swear after reading that, I set that intention, the law of attraction, and it all just manifested for me being on set with Jim Carrey. And so we had to talk about visualization and all that. And actually, Jack Canfield, if you were here in the beginning, Derek put a display of a picture of me and Jack, and that was actually a snapshot of a video that Jack did about me on meeting Jim Carrey. So if you want to check that out, Derek, you could send that. So it's like that big breakthrough goal. Another breakthrough goal for me was, there you go. There's the image. A breakthrough goal. Another one was speaking on a TED stage, becoming a best-selling author. Like, these are things that will light you up and help you move forward in whatever it is you want to create in your life. And so think of it as a Hail Mary pass for 2018. Like, just going big. Like, who cares? You're going to attract it some way, somehow, and it may not. It might lead to another big goal. So again, it's all about thinking big and just allowing yourself to just not limit your potential. I think that's the key thing that I'm getting at with this. Not limiting your potential, your greatness, not caging you up in what you think is just happening, but more so what can happen outside that cage, because that's where life happens. Now I want to get into what really equals success. There's a lot, but this is what it really comes down for me. And, studying a lot of, personal development and talking to a lot of successful people and on and on. So systems. People that are successful have systems in their life. Do you have systems in your life? I bring that up because we want to go achieve and do all these great things, but now we need like an everyday, daily system to achieve that. For me, one system that I have for myself, because I want to, create a lot of great things, is having a system to nurture my mind, my body, and my spirit. And so I don't know what you guys do in the morning. I don't know if you just get up, get to work, or, get ready, get the kids ready, if you're rushing out the door. But having time for me, serve me before I serve the world, helps me serve in a greater way. One thing I wrote down as I was preparing for this is that self-care equals self-worth, meaning it builds your self-worth. Therefore, it builds your self-confidence. So when you're building yourself up within, you're really helping other people, because now you could go about your business confidently, speaking articulately. Whatever the case is, you allow yourself to take care of you so that you can serve people in a great way. So morning ritual. What is my morning ritual? People call it the hour of power. Sometimes my morning ritual might be 30 minutes, it might be a full hour, it might be 10 minutes. So let me just break it down to you. And then again, just use this as a guide, use this as inspiration. So as soon as I wake up at 4 a.m. And the reason why I wake up 4 a.m. is because Muhammad Ali said, all my fights started at 4 a.m. Tap into the mindset. Sometimes I wake up really late at 5 o'clock. All right. So when I wake up, I will read something positive for 20 minutes. And then I will meditate for about 10 to 20 minutes. And let me talk about meditation. I consider myself, even though I've been doing it for a few years, I don't sit in a yoga position and go like I just basically quiet my soul and spirit, because there's a saying that says, when you're praying, you're talking to God, and when you meditate, God talks to you. And so tuning into God's conversation allows me to really awaken myself. Another great quote worth mentioning while I'm on that topic is Wayne Dyer says, abundance is not something we acquire, it's something we tune into. Abundance is not something we acquire, it's something we tune into. So basically, while I'm saying, do things so you can reach greatness, in reality of it all, and I'll be just straight up real with you guys, greatness is really within, and it's just helping you tune in and tap into that. So reading, meditating, and then I write in my gratitude journal. While there aren't a lot of great things happening around me, or things aren't going in my favor because this didn't happen, there's actually a lot of great things that are still happening. Like, I have my parents. I am alive. I was able to eat a good meal. I made a phone call today, whatever it is. So gratitude journal. And then I review the goals. I review my 21 goals that I was just talking about earlier. And then I go into affirmations. Affirmations are, again, are words to remind you of your greatness, saying things like, my message matters. I will attract goodness into my life. I use God as, a vessel to help me take things to the next level, just positive words. And then I visualize. So one thing I'm sure many of you guys might have seen the movie The Secret, and it talks about the law of attraction. And so there's, again, the power of the mind, and what you focus on. Oprah says, what you focus on expands. Tuning into that is great. And I set myself for success because here's the next level of the law of attraction. And it's the last 6 letters of the law of attraction that matter. And that's action, ACTION, right? So that people forget, law of attraction, manifest, let me think, but it's all about action, okay? Like I mentioned earlier, when you do it now, you have new opportunities waiting. And Les Brown, I'm sure a lot of you guys might have heard of Les Brown. He says, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So just get started, even though like you might be afraid to do what you do, or don't know what's going to happen as a, result. Like, just keep it moving, because actually something I tuned into during meditation today for this training earlier this morning, I wrote down, I put it on social media. I put, the doorway of fear is the gateway to greatness. The doorway of fear is the gateway to greatness. So be bold and step through, because miracles await. So system, that's my morning system. And then of course I have my nightly system of like reflecting, meditating, and reading. Again, simplify. Derek, could you come into this real quick? Absolutely. I don't know if you talked about this with the team yet, but Derek, Isla, and I had a coaching session over a vegan meal. And we were just riffing, we were going, and we were talking about systems in your life. And actually, Derek and Isla came up with an amazing 4G system. Please share. I'm in love with it.
I'm gonna bring up Isla with me. As you know, she's been sick for like the past 48 hours, but she's feeling way much better. So I actually got her right next to me. So let me see. Hold on, let me pull her up. But take this off. Okay.
Hello, family.
I have to take out the camera.
Please take that off. I've been suffering from the stomach. I got the stomach flu on Monday.
Oh no!
And I don't think I've ever really had this real stomach flu because I've been out sick. I barely had my first meal today. But just hearing your voice again, Romeo, and reminding me of your last event, I just feel better. Literally, I feel my soul feels better. Like I just feel so good when I hear your words. And it brings me back to that place of how much I grew just from that event. I'm telling you, it was life changing. And I'm not just saying this because I want you guys all to attend. It genuinely changed me as a person. And physically, I was feeling like crap today too, but just hearing limiting your potential and just, shaping your life in all shapes and forms of being a better version of you. And that's why I just love your presence. I truly do. And I just want to go back to, when we were eating at Veggie Lee in Hayward, which we highly recommend. We don't get paid for that. But, excuse me, we were just talking and, being in Romeo's presence and the ideas he brings and the inspiration he brings, we came up with these 4 Gs.
We call it the 4 G's.
And it was God.
And I'm gonna have a T-shirt made, and it's gonna say G'd up.
G'd up.
G'd up.
It's gonna say G'd up.
That is dope.
The 4 G's. You guys can write this one down. This was pretty good when we were talking. First,
hold on. Let me give some context to it, right?
Okay.
So part of the context is, okay, Romeo, I showed them my morning ritual, and I said, I'm doing like a list of like 10 things, like from making the bed to the meditation and all that. And they're like, cool, I want to do that. And I go, cool, but let's do a system that works for you. Like what do you value? Let's just keep it simple. Like my morning ritual evolved over time. And then we started looking at time, like an hour, 30 minutes. And so go ahead. 4 G's.
So it's kind of like our morning ritual pretty much, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've always believed too, it's a hard, I don't want to say it's a hard thing to do, or you just got to make it a habit, but how you wake up, it determines everything throughout your day. So our 4 G's is going to first start with, of course, God, thanking him for another day. Going into a gratitude state where, we're meditating, and trust me, I'm just like Romeo, he doesn't do the yoga stance or the sit and all that. And I don't, because I'm new to this as well. All I know is just to like calm everything and like clear everything out of my mind, because there's just so much in your brain that can be going on every single day. It's it feels like, if I can kind of explain it, like if I just really had a recent one, kind of like an oil change or like a tune-up.
Yeah, straight up.
Like, and it's weird. It's a weird
straight
feeling.
up. That's a really good metaphor. Like, because like racetrack, like the Daytona 500.
Fast, right?
You're going, but they need to gas up, right? They need to change them wheels because the rubber keeps on starting to tear up. So that's a reconnection to refuel. So that was a great metaphor.
And go ahead, tell the next two.
Okay, so the third one is growth. And
growth can be as far as personal growth, like how Romeo reads books. If you guys like to read books, maybe read. For me, reading a book is a challenge, so I challenge myself to read one full book for the year. See, Romeo's doing 50 books for the year. Let me just get through one good book and really understand the book for the year.
but with that said, you do listen to a lot of audio and YouTube.
Yes, audio. If I go through audio, I'm probably at 50 audios a year. So fully. So that I guess that's good too. The fourth one would be
gym.
That last G is gym, or like say gains, right? Because we all know health as well. So, and for us, it's always been like what year, and it's always that new year, like, okay, this year's going to be our year. And it starts to sound kind of like repetitive, like this is the year. But honestly, like once you start to put a real system in place, which we always say system stands for save yourself stress, time, energy, and money, right? So if you do all those things along with this, you're going to be able to have a blueprint. And everyone's will be different, right? Just like how Romeo said, so he has his own creation and kind of what works for him, what he vibes with, and then we kind of created our own as well. And everyone's going to be different. You're going to wake up at different times. You're going to,
And I feel like for us, like Evolution Travel, that's our business aspect, but we want everyone to grow not only financially, because the financial part is done with Evolution Travel, right? You can make money on building a huge organization and booking travel. But what about your spiritual side? What about your relationships? If you're only, making good money on the financial side, but your relationships are lacking, are you truly wealthy? Or, you don't have a positive outlook on life. Are you truly wealthy?
Yeah. And you hear like, or at least, when I listen to some YouTubes, like you hear like billionaires and millionaires that have all the money and the time in the world, but they are poor in relationships.
Or they're lonely.
They're super lonely. So, you want to be
they're unhealthy.
Super unhealthy. Yeah. You can't spend, what's money worth if you can't even get out of your hospital bed and spend it, right? Or help people with it. So those are ours. G'd up. Look for the shirt. We're going to print it out. It's going to be on sale for sure. No, just kidding. Yeah.
I love that though. But so you said 4G's are God, gratitude,
growth,
and gym.
Gains.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, guys.
Right.
No,
and
thank
Eat
you.
up.
you guys will have your own.
Yeah. So with that said, think about what could work for you. Maybe starting tomorrow, it could begin. And it might just be something as simple as writing in a gratitude journal. It doesn't have to be 3 things. It could just be that one thing. Again, what can refuel your tank in the morning? Because what you do in the morning pretty much sets the tone for the rest of the day. By the way, Thomas Brown, I see you and your son is adorable. I just want to acknowledge that.
That's the fatherpreneur right there.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. That's great. So, Isla, thank you for sharing about, you being sick, because I literally, and I'll just be, again, I won't go too on and on about this. Towards the end of the year, it was my wife's birthday, December 28th, and I got so sick that, I missed out on her birthday dinner. And, of course, I'm feeling bummed, flu, headache, temperature was rising, and I was like out of my mind. Spent New Year's on the couch, just blah. And, I started to think, like, this is supposed to be my year. I want to start this year off right. And so I was literally, like, out for, like, 7 days in the bed. And there was a point, and again, this is just to be, like, speak my honest truth, to be real with you guys. There was a point where I just said, I just want to get better, right? And when I said that, I just knew, just tears start pouring out. And because I said, I've never been this sick for this long. And I started talking to God, and, I'm like, why is this happening? It was one of those times where I was questioning a lot of things, but it made me realize what is important. And it allowed me to gain more clarity. Hence me being mindful of my choices of eating and simplicity. One thing that I do want to bring up, when things aren't going the way you want it, example of me being sick, there's a saying, and you guys might have heard it before, where it's like, it's really a setback for a setup for a comeback. It's your transportation to get you to your destination, or it could be the transition to your transformation. For every breakdown, there's a breakthrough. For every mess, there's a message. For every deconstruction, a construction is being built. So under those times where we feel like off, where we feel like things aren't going in our favor, trust. Number 1, trust the process. Number 2, light yourself up, like put your mind in self around environments that will light you up, because other people's lights will light you up if you're around it, and goes the other way. If there's people who are constantly negative, bringing you down, and you want to be successful, but you continue to surround yourself in those environments, just be mindful of that. And obviously there's sometimes where we have no control because, significant other or partner or friend, we just have our friends and we love them and they're not believing in the same things we are. Cool, that's okay. But there are other things you can tap into. And those are, a great, again, example, audios, books. And then fortunately you have this Evolution family that are here to, help you and grow you. I know it's 7:20. So I do want to take any, questions, if there are any, and, send some positive words off to you guys. One thing I do want you guys to write down is I have this thing on Facebook. It's called the Best Year Yet series. And I know some of you might live far and, can't make it to the event. All the people that I'm interviewing on this Best Year Yet series are all speakers for the event. And in these interviews, it's pretty much a Zoom call. They just, again, provide so much value. Tomorrow I'm having Tiffany Peterson, and she's talking about, entrepreneurship and sales. But one of the key things she says is, it's not about the business. It's about you being the business, because you are the business, right? And so, there's a lot of nuggets around there. And then I had Amber that I posted on Tuesday. She talks about health. And then we had, like, Andrea, who, really resonated with her. I had Sean Smith and the title for that, I think, is just the mindset for success. And so, you know, again, just more value to add to your greatness.
Awesome.
Yeah, you could just look me up on Facebook, add me as a friend, and then
What's your Facebook name is Romeo Marquez Jr.?
Marquez Jr. Yeah, or you could look under, you know, Derek's friends, and then you'll see me.
Right.
And you could even just click it. If you don't feel like you want to add me as a friend, you can still watch it. It's there available to you. So.
Right.
It's all love.
Anybody, if you guys have any comments or questions you want to ask them, definitely. This was like, for me personally, me being G'd up, you know, from where I come from, my background, I need this stuff. Like I need personal development, and Evolution Travel is not only just a travel business, it's truly a personal development course. And along the way, we just, you know, get a paycheck for being a better person, serving more people, you know, helping the masses. That's what it's really all about. And one thing that I really dissect from all the successful people, Romeo says it a lot. TD Jakes says it, you know, Joe Osteen, Tony Robbins, they all share one big thing, and it's how can I serve? How can I help more people without expecting anything back in return? And once you really can tap into that part, and, you know, truly, no matter what's going on in your day, how hectic it is, how bad it is, how great it is, you know, once you could tap into helping more people, I promise you guys, things will start to align in a different way that you never have experienced. And that, how do I know, is because it's happening to me. You know, it's been happening to me. So I thank you, Isla, for forcing me into this industry, because without her forcing me to that first meeting and not tapping into personal development, I don't know where I'd be. And this is why we have Romeo. You know, me and Isla do our own personal development, but he trains with the best of the best. And we believe that, you know, we could do all the travel trainings and conversation plans and all that. But if you truly can become and tap into this type of stuff, overall, your business is going to flourish. You know, that'll just flourish by default. So go ahead.
Romeo, you have a ton of comments in the chat box. I don't know if you can get through all of them.
Yeah, I want to save you. Yeah, I don't know if we could
the screenshot all of these.
Yeah.
But I know Rocky is dying to know, when is your next event?
Oh.
Can she register? Can she buy
Sure.
tickets now to this?
Yeah, of course. So it's Time Live. If you want to get more information, just go to itstimelive.com, and then you could see what we're going to talk about. You could see a quick bio of the speakers. And then totally slipped my mind, of course, being on this call and being connected to Evolution and Derek and Isla, like tickets can go up to $497. I mean, for me, like going to different trainings, I've spent like tens of thousands of dollars in trainings. So 497, like, okay, that works for those that, you know, care about their health and growth. But I want to honor what I did last year for the Evolution family. And that's, just giving you guys a ticket for like 1/4 of the 500. I don't know my math right now. I'm sorry. So basically it comes down to like $47.
We could come up with we'll get like a, last year we had like a discount code that you.
Yeah. I'll give you the discount code right now. I'm totally forgetting all the important stuff. I'm just so caught up because I really love and I'm excited about people's potential and passion that I forget. Oh, like, oh yeah, I do have an event. I feel like this. So the discount code is DNA VIP.
Awesome.
Perfect. We'll type that in the chat box for you guys.
DNA VIP, and then that just type that in the promo code, and then you'll see the early bird, you'll see the general, and then you'll see the last part of it. I'm gonna say that will apply until like the end of Thursday, and then it's gonna transfer. That code's gonna transfer to the second block. So no matter where you are in your purchasing process of like, oh, I don't know, I gotta still work things out. If you like wait till the day before, it'll still be $47. You know what I mean? So just type in DNA VIP. Why am I making it so cheap? I mean, part of it is I just want as many people to go, especially with you guys. And the money pretty much covers all the logistical small things, right? Can I cover the event? Sure, but there's also value. And more importantly, it's just seeing what you're worth. What are you investing for yourself? Because this is not me. Like $47 is just $47. Like we can blow that $47 in, you know, whatever shape or form. I can earn that in a heartbeat, like whatever. It's more than the $47. What it really comes down to for me is, this is what I like to say. I say, my passion is your potential, and my mission is to help you live it now. And that's why my theme, or what my theme of life is, it's time. Like, it's time. So DNA VIP, $47. How let you buy 4G'd up, hook you up.
The events in Union City, California, that's actually our hometown.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Saturday, Sunday, February 10th to the 11th. February 10th to 11th in Union City, California, where Derek and I grew up. And we have 7 speakers, including myself. But we have Monique Coleman from Disney's High School Musical. She was also in Dancing with the Stars. She's going to talk about, you know, purpose and passion. Tiffany Peterson, who will be, you know, digging into like entrepreneurship and sales. Sean Smith talks about mindset and business. We have Roy Williams, who played for the Dallas Cowboys. I don't even know the last time he came to Union City and even did an event, but he's a Pro Bowler. And so he came. I reached out to him. I said, "Hey, Roy, I'm having this event. We'd love to have you there." We also have Otis Amy, another former Pro Bowler. I feel like I'm missing somebody else. Amber Bodily, she's going to be talking about health, and I think that's it.
Peterson is going to be there?
Tiffany Peterson, Roy, Monique, Sean, Otis. Yeah, that's it.
Everyone's already looking on your website. They're like, typing it in. Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you.
It's going to be here in the Bay Area. So for everyone that's in Southern California, it's about 20 minutes from the Oracle where the Warriors play. Right. Next to Oakland, it's in Union City. If you ever heard of Fremont, California, or Hayward, we're right in between.
But I highly recommend, even if you're not in California, you know, Andrea said it, if you were on in the beginning, it was worth it for her to fly all the way from DC just for this event.
Right. And if you guys know, like, honestly, this is going to be the 3rd year, right, Romeo?
This is my third year. Yeah, for this particular event. Like usually I'll travel and do all these different events and trainings and speak at these different conferences. So, Jack challenged me to do more of my own events, and
that's big.
You know, what's also key. I appreciate Janae's question or just comment about, like, even though she went last year, like she wasn't sure if she's going to go. And now she's deciding to go. And what it comes down to is like, you're in a different place now in your life. You learn new things now. You're dealing with different challenges. And again, it's about being around the environment and energy. And whether it's like my training or another training you went to, and it's like, oh, I already learned all that, right? I've been to Jack Canfield's Breakthrough to Success, and it's like a $5,000 event. But I go there because of the connections and resetting on the goal setting and all these things. But more than anything, it's like the relationship building and, again, for growth purposes.
Right. This is definitely going to help you. And just know that right now, we're able to get access to him because we see big things in the future. You know, he's the future Jack Canfield. So his events are going to increase, guaranteed. That's gonna, later on down the line, you'll be like, man, I remember when I was able to go to that event. He was able to give a discount code. It was $150, and now he's
charging 10,000.
5,000, 10,000. What?
Yeah.
But he sold out.
Yeah. Right. And, like, I do have coaching clients who pay me, thousands of dollars. Like Friday, I'm meeting up with Phil Harmonic. They've been featured on, like, the Sing Off, and they've been on the James Corden show, and they sang with Neil Patrick Harris to Jamie Foxx and people from Pitch Perfect. And they said, it's an annual check-in. It's that tune-up, because they're like, hey, Romeo, we've accomplished a lot of great things. We've up-leveled and increased our rates. We've won these awards, but now it's next level, right? How can we take that to next level? And so people sometimes think, oh, I need to go to an event trading or read this book because there's something wrong with me. It's like, okay, we can adjust and tune into that, but let's also grow your greatness from where you are now and challenge you and grow you and up level where you are right now. Like, if you're making 100,000, let's go for 200,000. You know, if you're at, the beginning position, now you want to go to, gold or platinum, like next level. It's all next level. We're trying to win championships here. We're not just trying to win one Super Bowl. We're trying to win championships, Super Bowls.
Multiple rings.
Yeah. Multiple rings. And so with that said, I think for the most part, it's, again, surrounding yourself with the people that are like-minded, and it's really a safe space because I really honor people's just love, heart, and greatness. And again, you won't know if you don't go.
And you won't grow.
And you won't grow. And then I know that I'm pitching this event because I'm excited for it and I appreciate all the testimonials. And if you can't make it, you can't make it. And there's the Best Year Yet series that you can, again, tap into with the content. And I would also challenge you, if there's another training in your area or workshops that you're thinking about going or aren't sure, I would challenge you to go to it, whether it's mine or somebody else's. Like it just brings some newness to what's possible for your life.
Absolutely. Everyone, let's give a huge clap in the chat box for Mr. Romeo Marquez. Mr. It's Time. This year, 2018, is going to be your year, and we know it because you know it. So thank you guys so much for your time. Again, thank you, Mr. Romeo. We appreciate you every single time that we're able to connect. And your time is definitely valued here with myself and Isla.
Thank you.
I can't wait for your event.
It's time. It's time. All right. Can I wrap this up by saying this?
Yeah. Close it out.
Let me tune into God real quick. Stop playing small. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for the right thing to show up. You have all the resources. Don't let anybody or anything talk you out of what's possible into your life, what's possible for life. You have so much to offer, and if you don't allow yourself to tap into the value and greatness, you're really allowing others to miss out what's possible for their life. So it really comes down to really your life and light and allowing God to work through you, because there's a lot of things within you that really, especially in a time where we're at right now in life, whether it be, the whole politics or just world and, Mother Nature, and maybe just even in your community, know that you really can make a difference. And it's by tuning into what you do every single day and not playing small. I think that's a huge calling for me to share with you. No more playing small, because it's time.
Awesome. Thank you, Romeo. Family, you guys heard it. This recording will be put out. If you guys want to watch it again, or if you have a team member or someone that you want to share this with, we're going to load it up on YouTube. Thank you, guys. This webinar is officially over. It's time.
It's timelive.com.
It's timelive.com. Peace, you guys.
Good night.
Good night.